Union Minister General V.K. Singh is live with us. Thanks for speaking to NDTV, sir. General Singh, it was the biggest rescue mission undertaken by India, and you did move mountains, or should I say Himalayas, but those 12 meters which took the longest time. I've been in touch with you. You were on ground. You sounded very optimistic through and through. What made you call the rat miners?
See, there are three things, Maria. One is in the domain of tunneling, when you talk to people, rat miners are an integral part of any rescue arrangement, because when you do, the normal course is that if there is a mishap in which the passage gets blocked, a side drift is started from the side of the tunnel. You make a passage through. This is where everybody comes in handy. In fact, in the army, that's a normal methodology of making a drift, and we had the army people there to undertake this drift methodology whenever ordered to do so. Where the rat miners are concerned, if you are using a pipe for any work, whether you want to proceed in pushing that pipe forward, they come in handy, because they can go at the end of the pipe and remove everything which is there ahead of the pipe so that it can be pushed. And this pushing then gives you the progress. That's how in a lot of areas where they want to lay, let's say, water pipes, or they want to lay something else where digging is not feasible because of the type of thing which is on top. This is the type of miners who go inside and work. So that is why, as part of our rescue effort, they were needed. Especially, we had decided at Augur, if we can go for a particular distance, after that we will use them so that the work becomes faster.
And the terrain, General Singh, certainly is very, very challenging. Working in shifts, they excavated 12 meters and reached in less than 24 hours. This will certainly be seen as an extraordinary feat. So would you say that this is only a statement of fact when I say that men achieved what machines could not?
First of all, I would say that our motivation and enthusiasm and zeal came from how the Prime Minister was monitoring this. Despite his busy schedule in these 16 days, morning and evening, he was ensuring that he got a correct feedback. Same was true for our Minister Gadkari ji. Same was true for anybody who was connected with it. And since it was a Ministry of Road, Highways and Transport Department, everybody was on ground, ensuring that things succeed. Various agencies came in, because whatever was needed, whatever we thought of as an option for that, whatever resources were needed anywhere in the country, they were moved from there in the shortest possible time. Issue was, how do you coordinate it? And for that, we had our Secretary Morth on ground. We had other people who could ensure that everything got plugged into a single hole, so that we are able to proceed with the various options that we had thought of. The success of any operation depends on how you coordinate, how do you motivate people on ground, and how do you ensure that the future requirements are met. And that's why I said the biggest compliment and the everything which happened flows from the top, and that was our Prime Minister.
Talking about coordinations, international tunneling experts, NDRF, SDRF, Army, multiple agencies coming together for this rescue. Of course, leadership and camaraderie both was on display, be it inside and outside, where the rescuers gave their all. As a former army chief, do you look at this as a textbook case of how to overcome a Himalayan challenge? And what are the lessons learned from Silkyara tunnel excavation and this entire rescue operation, sir?
See, the lesson learnt is very simple. We need to be cognizant of the type of geology that our young mountains have. It's difficult geology. There are places which are hard, there are places which have problems, and that is why you have so many landslides in the Himalayan region. In this tunnel too, this area which caved, this area for almost 4 years was stable. And when we started doing permanent work on it, it just caved in because some transformation had taken place in the soil out there, that it just became plastic. It just came down, and with it came down all the metal that earlier had been put to shore up the roof of the tunnel. Geology is a very important factor, and with the people who had come from the Geological Survey of India, we have had a long discussion, and I think their studies have to be much more meaningful, so that our geological survey of the area where we make things, whether we build or we tunnel or whatever we do, it takes into account the typical geology which is there and the solutions which are available for it.
So let's get into the allegations that are coming in, General VK Singh, that environmental impact assessment EIA was bypassed for this entire Char Dham project under which this tunnel comes. So the big question is, will the accountability be fixed?
I see a lot of things will keep flying. So far as we are concerned in the Ministry of Road, Highways and Transport, we are absolutely transparent, and after this tragedy that has happened, or this mishap that has happened, where we have rescued 41 people, we are again ensuring that whatever things we have laid down, they are refined, more lessons that we have learned are added. If there is an audit required to be done at various stages, that is taken care of, so that we do not succumb to any such issue in subsequent years.
Talking specifically about the safety audits, do you think time has come for a thorough safety audit of all infrastructure projects in ecologically fragile zones like the Himalayas?
See, it is not only just ecologically sensitive zone, it is also the geology part. We are taking into account all things that make a difference, and that is where, like in Uttarakhand, not only in Uttarakhand, other places also, we take assistance from Tiri Hydel project people who have been in this area for a very long time, and they do suggest measures which we take. See, I'll give you an example of a tunnel. There is a tunnel which is being made. Every 2 feet the geology is different. What will you do about it? I mean, it's not ecologically sensitive, but the whole Himalayas are young mountains. We have to take into account the type of difficulties that will come. We are, with this, we are carrying out our own review, we are carrying out our own assessment. We will carry out our own audits, and we will ensure that what we put down on ground meet the requirements of the day.
My last question to you, sir. We also saw international experts, several of them, Arnold Dix from Australia, Chris Cooper pitching in as well. So the coordination went beyond borders. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese tweeted about it as well. What more can you tell us about this aspect?
See, he is head of the International Tunneling Organization, and we have been having a great amount of cooperation with this organization in terms of holding seminars, in terms of having workshops, so that our people are at par with whatever is happening in the world. Like I said, they also do not understand our geology. He was there on ground. He incidentally had earlier worked in the Tiri Hydel project. So he is quite aware of the type of Himalayan geology, and that is why he stayed on ground back again to ensure that whatever assistance we could get in terms of monitoring what was happening. Like at a particular period, he found that the vibrations were slightly higher than what which is good for the rescue operation. So we had to stop the drilling that was taking place and the blasting that was taking place by the THDC to make that micro tunnel.
All right, General V.K. Singh, Union Minister, appreciate your time. Thank you so much for speaking to NDTV.